Liverpool FC is one of the greatest teams to grace the sport of football. They've got the most European trophies out of all teams in the Premier League. However, recently they've had to part ways with their former manager, Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool fans were very, very broken-hearted by this, as they know how hard Jurgen has worked to get Liverpool into the situation that they were. He single-handedly took Liverpool to that European Championship, which is what they were dying for before. On paper, Liverpool is one of the most difficult jobs to take over right now, as those boots are very, very difficult to fill for any manager in the entire world. Jurgen's done so much for the club that I think any manager that comes in after him will be downgraded. However, there was one man that came to mind when Liverpool were hiring. That's right, and that man is man like Klex. Of course it is. Who else would it be? They have called upon man like Klex to bring Liverpool back to that glory that Jurgen Klopp got them to at their highest point. And we're here. We actually have a very, very good team. We're lucky that Jurgen Klopp left us with some amazing talent, such as Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah definitely, he's one of the best players in the team, for sure. 32 years old, but he still moves like he's 20. The stamina on him, he trains the hardest. He's the best in training every training session. So he's definitely a player that the squad has to be built around him. Another player to build the squad around, Virgil van Dijk, of course, probably the best centre-back in the Premier League. He's next level, he's out of this world. He is such a good centre-back. And also Trent Alexander-Arnold, he is another player that you could build this team around. He's younger, he's 25 years old, so younger than both of the previous ones that I've shown. Versatile, can play right back and centre-mid. He's very, very good. But if there's one thing that you've noticed about the three players that I've just shown, all three of their contracts expire in the 2024 season. And that's something that we're going to have to fix. We're going to have to either sign them on longer deals or sell them on. That's a decision to make for us. But there's one more player I would like to show you. That's right, Alisson. He is definitely a key player for this team. In my opinion, he's the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, if not the world. He is so good. I believe this is probably the best bit of business that Liverpool has done in a long time. Bringing in Alisson, the price was a bit high, but 100% worth it because he saved them more times than can be counted. Now, at the time of recording, Chiesa has just been confirmed for Liverpool, so he's not in this database, but we will be looking to bring him in on our own. Also, we do have Georgi Marmadashvili, if you haven't noticed. We've brought him in and loaned him back to Valencia. He's also he's good, but is he good enough to take over from Alisson when the time comes? We'll have to wait and see later on in the rebuild. I think he showed his worth at the Euros, though. He definitely showed his skill, his talent. So he definitely could be worth it, but we'll have to wait and see if he can actually take over from Alisson. So the squad does have a couple areas which I could fix on, but we'll be back at the end of the first transfer window to see what I actually have fixed on. If I've brought any players in, of course, like I said, I will be looking to bring in Chiesa, but anyone else, we'll have to wait and see. So we start off with Federico Chiesa. As I've said, we will bring him in. It was quite expensive, £50 million. Obviously, in the game, he's valued a lot higher than he was in real life. In real life, they've managed just to sign him for 12.5 million roughly. So it's a very big difference. But we've gone, I didn't really want to use the editor on this signing. We've brought him in. It could prove a big signing. One player linked to a leave is Joe Gomez, and we've managed to sell him to Newcastle for £44 million. Definitely a very big profit compared to the £4.4 million that they spent originally on him. It's a good sale. Another player linked to a Liverpool sale is Ben Doak. Of course, it never really worked out for him in the first team for Liverpool, as he had a good breakthrough and then he started to get very complacent. He got a bit lazy, and I don't think Jurgen Klopp liked that last season, and then we never saw him play again. So this season he has been linked to a sale. We managed to sell him to Tottenham for £30 million. That was a great transfer. And with that money, we've gone out and bought Gonzalo Inacio from Sporting for £40 million. Liverpool haven't had a natural left-sided centre-back for a very long time, so it could provide great depth as well. Virgil van Dijk he very well could leave anytime soon. I believe we've signed him a new contract at this point, but he's 32 years of age and Inacio's only 23. So it could be a change of roles around. But taking a look at how we're going to line up for the season ahead, I've gone for a 4-2-3-1, which I think it suits Liverpool's style of football. I think it's actually quite similar to the Arne Slot type of football, with Trent Alexander-Arnold as the inverted wing-back going into midfield. Got the McAllister CDM as the Segundo Volante. But I've locked him into position, as when I go best 11 by the AI, it moves him up to attacking midfielder, which I believe Dominic Szoboszlai that's his position. The attacking midfielder definitely deserves to be Szoboszlai. So I don't see why McAllister would be moved up there. Also, it is putting in Chiesa over Luis Diaz, so I'm not sure how that will run over the season, but I think I'll let it play out because I like the competition for positions. Striker will probably be Diogo Jota, as he has been the favourite for Liverpool so far under Arne Slot. So it's exciting, but like I said, I'm not very happy with Gravenberch being locked into that Segundo Volante position. Even though in real life he has been pretty decent as a defensive midfielder, in the game I don't think he really has what it takes to make it as a defensive midfielder. So we will be going with McAllister there, hopefully Endo partnering him. But taking a look at the league table, we've had a very good start. Looking at the goal difference, you can see a massive difference. The next highest goal difference is 8, which is Man City's. So we've won some very big matches. A 4-0 win at home to Wolves, 6-0 at home to Arsenal, and a 5-0 win away to Southampton. Apologies. We lost away to Man City, which obviously it's fair. But very, very big matches. You can see Diogo Jota is top of the goal scoring charts, with Szoboszlai very shortly behind. Chiesa on an 8.02 average rating in his 4 appearances. So I see why you might be getting started. But I'm very happy with that start of the season. We made some good transfers. We made some good business. So I'll be back at the end of the season to show you how we've managed to do in this very first season as Liverpool manager. Alright, we're here at the end of the season, and as you can see, available jobs. I don't like to show any of my league results before we go into competitions, but available jobs. Man City and Arsenal jobs are both available, and they are our biggest challenges to the Premier League title. Could that mean that they both bottled it a little bit, leaving us to go through to the top? We'll find out. But let's look at player stats, and Alexis McAllister has 27 assists. I was so right for locking him into position. With Darwin Núñez on 32 goals, that's strange because he wasn't even someone that was playing at the start of the season. So wow. Mohamed Salah on a 7.32 and a best pass completion 95 from Virgil van Dijk. Wow. McAllister, most player of the match rewards. He's absolutely smashed this season. But let's go into competitions. Let's see how we've done. I think we could have actually won the league here. We've done it. Oh, a double. We've won the double in our first season as a Liverpool manager. That is so massive. 83 points. It's not the highest amount of points it's not a very high amount of points. I'll give it to them. But we're lucky that Man City dropped off. We're lucky that Arsenal dropped off. And our only real challenger to the title being Tottenham, who were 7 points away from us. It's a very big season from us. Only 5 losses, the least out of everyone here. I'm very happy with it. Unfortunately, none of our players making onto the top goal charts. But McAllister, 18 Premier League assists. He's proven his spot in the team. And again, another player here, Alisson, 18 clean sheets. I called it. I honestly called it. I think I'm the one. I'm the one. But let's go and take a look at FA Cup. We managed to win it for the first time since 2021 against Arsenal in the final, but we'll go back from the 3rd round. We managed to beat Bradford 10-0. 10-0 against Bradford. A 6-2 win against Manchester United at home in the 4th round. 2-1 win against Blackburn. Then quarterfinals 8-0 against Bristol Rovers. Damn. Semi-finals a 4-1 win against Peterborough. And then a 2-1 win in extra time against Arsenal in the FA Cup. Absolutely massive. Let's take a look at some more stats from the players though. Go into selection info. Goals, yeah, it's been all Darwin Núñez. 32 goals. Following him, 18 from Szoboszlai. 17 goals from McAllister. Honestly, what a season he's had. That is amazing. 43? Yeah, 44 goal contributions in 54 matches from centre defensive midfielder. Tell me that is not special. He's something else. But Mohamed Salah, he's actually dropped off a little bit. Don't get me wrong, he's got the highest average rating, but only 23 goal contributions, and that stamina dropping off now. It might be time to get rid. Forgive me for saying it, but it might be time to get rid. He's going to be 33 in just 2 weeks. It might be time to get rid. But Luis Diaz followed on 11. Same with Diogo Jota. We'll look at assists. 27 McAllister, 11 for Jota, 10 for Salah. Luis Diaz on 9 and 9 for Szoboszlai. So a player that I'm a bit confused to not see anywhere is Federico Chiesa, because at the start of the season he was the best player there. But I mean, it's fair enough. He had a good start and couldn't carry that on. Looking at our best 11, it looks the same almost to what we started with. Obviously Diaz now at left wing and Nunes at the striker. But I still think Szoboszlai should be our starting attacking midfielder. Places to improve, honestly, I have no idea right now. It looks like Trent didn't do too well, but he's not getting removed, I'll be honest. It really just depends on who he sells, because I see some Saudi interest on Mohamed Salah and some unhappiness on players here, on Konate, on Diaz, and also some more Saudi interest on Van Dijk. So it really does depend on who we sell, but I'll be back at the end of the next transfer window to show you who we did sell and who we brought in to replace them. I didn't want to do it, man. I really didn't. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't want to do it, but Mohamed Salah has gone off to Al Ahly for £110 million. Honestly, the money's great considering the fact that it was 2 whole seasons ago they were offering £200 million for him in Saudi Arabia. It's good money for a 33-year-old. I can't complain in the slightest, but I really didn't want to do it because he was still our best player. We can't deny that. And it's going to be very, very difficult to replace him. So, yeah. And another one. Al Ahly have gone on a shopping spree at Anfield. 34-year-old Virgil van Dijk has been sold for £50 million to go to Al Ahly in the Saudi League. Both of them on a combined £3 million per week. So, yeah, it was as if we were affording that. We've also gone on and sold Kostas Tsimikas to AC Milan for £40 million. He was a good depth position. I really do rate Tsimikas. He's, like I said, you know how I love my fullbacks. He's a great fullback in the game, but he was never getting in over Robertson. Another sell we've made is Harvey Elliott. He's gone to Real Sociedad for £35 million. He made a total of 1 appearance last season in a continental competition for us. No league appearances, no cup appearances. So he really was not getting the game time. It's torture to do that to a player, so we let him go. Finally, we sold Owen Beck for £4 million to Wolves. Now, let's go on to the transfers in. You know who I've brought in to replace Mohamed Salah. Florian Wirtz has been brought in and he looks amazing. We brought him in for a total of £91 million, which I believe is the Liverpool record, if not a Premier League record. I don't think so though. As an inverted winger, you can see his stats are amazing. 18 dribbling, 18 first touch, and so much more. The vision's there, the passing's there, and honestly, he's the perfect player in this game. I think Florian, and honestly, he's a player that I would bring into a lot of clubs right now in real life, because he's next level. Honestly, I've always said as a Manchester United fan, if we were to replace Bruno Fernandes, I'd want him. I rate him very highly, so I'm happy to have him in. Now, we needed to replace Van Dijk, and Inacio wasn't developing perfectly in his first season with us. So we've brought in Nico Schlotterbeck from Borussia Dortmund for £48.5 million. We wanted someone who's big, someone who's got the strength on him, like Van Dijk did. Obviously, Virgil van Dijk was a figure that people were fearing going towards the back line, and I want that from Nico Schlotterbeck. He's left-footed, which is perfect, so now Konate can rock on the right and Schlotterbeck on the left, while Inacio is still developing and hopefully can make it into the first team eventually. And the final signing we made is Manu Kone. This is because we never really replaced Fabinho, and I mean that in general. Liverpool never actually did replace Fabinho in real life or in the game. So we brought in Manu Kone, again, someone who's good at... We wanted someone big, someone who can actually tackle. Because although Endo is a very good defensive midfielder, he's a completely different type of player to that Fabinho type. And I think Manu Kone is more similar to Fabinho. So he should be getting some good game time. So looking at our lineup, it's the same. It's the exact same. But instead of locking in... McAllister, we're going to lock in Florian Wirtz on the right wing, because when I do my best 11, McAllister's actually not in the lineup, but it will work out, trust me. I don't like the fact that Wirtz gets moved into midfield, so I think it's about time to drop Chiesa and then move in Szoboszlai as the attacking midfielder. Obviously McAllister, in an ideal world, it will go like that. I still might lock in McAllister, we'll have to wait and see, and we'll find out at the end of the season. But what else we'll find out at the end of the season is the results, because so far it's not looking too good. 12th place in the Premier League. It's been a very shaky start. We had a good win against Brentford, a draw away to Brighton, but then 2 losses, one at home to Fulham and away to Man United. So a 12th place is not good. We need to make a major comeback. Of course, it is only 6 points behind, and we can make that comeback, but I hope we make it soon, because otherwise it won't look good for us this season. So we'll find out at the end of this season how I managed to do as Liverpool manager for the second season, how the transfers managed to do, and I'll be back with you then. Okay, end of the season, and I'm not as excited for this one because you can already see the player stats are nowhere near as good as last season. A 7.14 average rating, highest. That's not great. Only 21 goals for Nunes this season compared to his 32 last season, and a 11 decrease on most assists, but now it's been taken over by Florian Wirtz. I don't know if I'm excited or not to see this, but we'll find out now how we've done. Let's click on competitions. We won the We've won a treble. We won the Premier League again, as well as the Carabao Cup and the Community. I'm confused on how. Our highest goal scorer was 12 goals, as you can see there in the Premier League, and that's absolutely crazy to me. We've won the league with 8 losses, 4 draws. That is massive. And with Haaland on 39 goals as well. Man City have not managed to keep... Oh my days. That's 2 seasons in a row. I'm very, very happy with that. That's crazy. Let's take a look at the other competitions. Carabao Cup. We've managed to make it to the final and win, but let's go from the start. 3rd round, an away win against Fulham, 1-0. 4th round, a 3-0 win against Hull. Quarterfinals, a 2-1 win away at Brighton, and then semis, a 7-4 win on aggregate against Newcastle. Then in the finals, we managed to win 3-0. Massive, massive, massive. Obviously, Community Shield, we only played one team, which was Tottenham, and we managed to destroy them 3-2 as well. So it's a great season. I'm very happy with that. I think there's still a lot to work on, though. I'm not going to take that away from the team. There's still a lot to work on, considering the fact that our highest goal scorer, 19 goals. 21. 19 goals and then 15 from McAllister. So all round is not the greatest. But looking at the starting lineup, I think I'm happy. I think that with the lineup I'm happy. There are a couple places to change though, and interest is still increasing. We've got Robertson wanted by Saudi Arabia, Manu Kone wanted by Bayern Munich, and Luis Diaz also wanted by Al Nassr in the Saudi League. So there's a lot to deal with this season. We'll have to wait and find out how that goes. But we'll be back at the end of the season, at the end of the next transfer window, to see how we are going to be able to prepare for season 3. This very well might be the biggest sell that we will make this entire video. Luis Diaz has left the club to join Al Nassr, but the price will shock you. £140 million for Luis Diaz. That's 30 million more than Salah. That's almost the price of Van Dijk and Salah combined, both going to Al Hilal. But that is we're gonna miss him at the club for sure. He never really performed too well last season. In the first season he was banging it, but last season it wasn't the best from him. And he's exiting the prime of his career. He's 29 years old now. We were never gonna get that much money for him again, so I think it was the perfect time to sell him. And Saudi Arabia are my biggest enemies in this game. We've also sold Andrew Robertson to Al Hilal. He will be going to join Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah. £63 million, not as much as I would have liked to get for him, but again, he really did want to leave because of the wages that he's earning, and that £900,000 a week does not come lightly. And the final sale, although not to Saudi Arabia, we've sold Dominic Szoboszlai for £90 million to Bayern Munich. He's going back to the German league. He's a great player as well. As again, look back to his first season with us, a 7.3 average rating, and that can't be beaten. But last season, he never even really got too much game time, only 8 starts and 37 bench appearances. He became more of a squad player for us, and for that money, he could be easily replaced, 90 million. So I found it worth it, and I know he will go back and smash it in the German league, a league he's familiar with, so good luck to him. So let's start off on some of the replacements we brought in, starting off with Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich for £107 million. Now he is indescribable. 25 years old. He is probably the best left back in the world, or in the game. Both. He will be a great replacement for sure. The money's a lot, but that's only the minimum that we've spent this transfer window. We've only gone bigger and better. We've only gone and brought in Jamal Musiala to replace Luis Diaz on that left wing as the inside forward. You can see that 20 dribbling, all of those physical attributes. He's great. He's amazing in the game. Let's take a look at how much we signed him for, though. Another 107 million leaving our bank. It's a very, very expensive one, but it was needed, because we do need someone to replace Diaz, and I only want to get improved. I don't want to have to downgrade on a replacement. You want someone that can go and tomorrow step into that position. But you lot aren't ready for the next one. We brought in Jamal Musiala, but we only had to go and bring in his best friend. And yes, that is absolutely right. We've signed Jude Bellingham to come in to Liverpool FC. He will be joining us at Anfield. What a signing. 23 years old. I don't want to show you the amount that we paid for him. I really don't, and I'm going to avoid that as much as I can. He will be brought in to replace Szoboszlai. It's a great signing. I know a lot of Liverpool fans would be happy with the actual player, because this is someone who they thought they'd bring in from a long time ago. But of course, that Real Madrid effect cannot be beaten. Until now, when we splashed £235 million on him, which is an all-time world record signing, and I don't think that world record will ever be broken. 235 million is too much money. I can't believe that we actually spent that much, but we had to do it. When I saw him available, I saw him kind of unhappy at Real Madrid, so I thought, yeah, why not? Liverpool fans already know and love him. So it might be that time. We're gonna bring him in to play that attacking midfielder role, and our attack is looking a bit hefty. So we're going in with a very similar tactic. I think the only change that we've made is changing that pressing forward to an advanced forward, and we've locked in Jude Bellingham to the attacking midfielder role, because when I do best 11, it shoves McAllister in there. But as you can see, when I move McAllister down and put Kone as the ball-winning midfielder, my attack is absolutely insane. Florian Wirtz, Jude Bellingham and Jamal Musiala as that main three in the attacking midfield, with Darwin Núñez above them. I know Darwin Núñez, but and also Alphonso Davies down there behind Musiala. That link up with them from Bayern Munich, it's too good. Honestly, it's way too good. I'm very, very happy with this. And I'm excited for the rest of the season. So far, only 5th place in the league after 3 matches. Of course, it's fine, because it was only 1 loss that we've taken, and 2 wins, 2 decent wins as well. A 3-0 win away at Bournemouth is not too bad. But I'm very happy with the lineup now, and I think this is another team that could go win the league for the 3rd time in a row. But really and truly, there's one trophy that we're waiting for, and you lot know what that is. It's the Champions League. I still haven't won it on this channel yet, so hopefully in this save I can. But I'll be back at the end of this season to come back and hopefully have that Champions League in hand. So we're back, and player stats look actually pretty good, a bit better than last season, and last season we did win the league. So it could be a repeat. I'm not going to waste any time. I'll go straight into it. Just 17 assists combined from Wirtz and Musiala. 25 goals from Nunes. Good season so on the stats. But, oh, 3rd. Okay, I can't complain. We won 2 trophies, which is still amazing. Considering the fact that this is kind of the real rebuild season, we've made the most transfers this season and the biggest ones. We've got rid of our biggest players and brought in others in the recent seasons. It's a bit complicated when you have to get rid of your more senior players and replace them with the younger ones, because you're lacking that experience. So, you know, hopefully it is just this one-off season and then we are back at it. But we did win the Carabao Cup again, so we'll go to the 3rd round and see how we started off. A 4-1 win against Nottingham Forest at home. Then we won 4-0 at home to Preston. A 2-2 win on penalties away at Aston Villa. Semi-finals, a 4-2 win away at Man United. And then a 2-0 win in the finals against Chelsea, a massive win there, and the Community Shield was a 5-1 win against Manchester United. So a very good season on trophies. I can't complain about that. We still got a double. Now let's look at our best 11. I think it already is set like that. Yes, it is, and it's looking similar. Gravenberch wasn't there before, but he is now. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not sure why he is there. Oh, actually, he's played a lot of matches and performed pretty well. But otherwise, I'm still the look of the front 3 on paper, in the midfield 3, sorry, on paper is amazing. But I don't know if they can actually perform together, and that's the problem. We'll take a look at who's done best in the selection info. You can see 25 goals for Nunes, 19 for Wirtz, 18 goals for Bellingham. So that's not too awful from Bellingham, as he's injured. I don't know for how long. But 20 goal contributions in his first season. But you got to look at that price tag and think he needs more. So there's room for improvement. 14 goals from McAllister, another 20 goal contribution for him, and then 19 goal contributions for Jota. But I think Musiala and Wirtz have kind of been standout this season. Musiala on 30 goal contributions, so that's pretty good from him. We look at assists, it's Wirtz and Musiala on the top, with Trent finally on that list. Alphonso Davies not far behind, who's also now wanted by other clubs, and Gravenberch just behind them. So it's not looking too bad on the on the player stats. But there is room for improvement before next season. We've got a bit of a budget, so hopefully we can add in the positions that we need to. And I'll be back with you after the transfer window to see how we've used that budget. And if we do end up selling any of these players, who we bring in to replace them. Because again, players like Konate, interest in them, as well as Alisson from Al Hilal. So we'll have to wait and see after the transfer window of the 4th season. So we've sold him, not for great profit, I'll be honest. Only 60 million for Federico Chiesa, but if I did use the editor and brought him in for the amount that Liverpool did buy him for, it would have been good profit. So they bought him in for roughly, let's say 15 million as the rough amount. That would have been a good £45 million profit. Unfortunately, it's only £10 million profit for us, but he did have only 24 appearances last season for us and didn't really shine in any of them. 6 starts only out of those 24 as well. So it was fair for him to want to go. Of course, now he will be earning a lot more money, so it's good on him. And this one honestly hurts me so much because I know that he still had it in him to go on for another season or two. But Alisson has left us to go to Al Hilal. We sold him for £60 million. So we did actually lose money on him. But fair enough. You know how well he's actually served Liverpool in these past, 8 years in the game. So absolutely brilliant goalkeeper. And I think it might be time for Mamardashvili to get his chance. So on to the signings. We brought in Martin van der Voort from RB Leipzig to be our new backup goalkeeper to Mamardashvili. I do like good competition for that position, and I think he can provide that. And we've also gone and signed Giorgio Scalvini from Atalanta for £82 million. He definitely has great potential to be our starting centre-back. He is that real Van Dijk replacement, because he's got that, he's a right-footed centre-back like Van Dijk is, but he is definitely going to be the starter centre-back for the rest of this video. And to replace Chiesa, we've gone and brought in Thales Magno from Paranense in the Brazilian Serie B. So he was in the second division of Brazil. We've managed to bring him in for 11.75 million, and I think that can prove to be a good transfer. He's good on both wings. He can also play up top and through the middle if we need him to. Definitely a good signing. For fullback cover, we've gone for Victor Christensen from Leicester. A player that I rate very highly, but he won't really make it into the first team. Maybe he will in the future, but he will have to fight hard to make it in over Alphonso Davies. £45 million fee. And finally, for cover as the right back, we've brought in Finn Stevens from St. Pauli in the Bundesliga. He had a great last season, to be honest. 33 appearances and a 6.9 average rating. For a player that I've never heard of, that's pretty decent. So we'll bring him in just as that depth for right back for Trent. I wanted someone that can move into midfield as Trent can, and he really can. I do like the mentals on him, so he can. But now, taking a look at how we're going to line up for this season ahead, nothing has changed in the lineup once again, but we'll sort best 11 by the AI, and you can see Scalvini slots right in, same as Mamardashvili, and it's looking pretty good for us. I do like the way this lineup looks, and I think this could be a very, very big lineup. As you can see, it's done well so far. 3rd place in the Premier League, 4 matches played, only 1 loss, which was a 5-1 loss away to Man City, but you can't trust that you're going to win at Man City. But we've also won 3 matches, was with a 6-0 win away to Nottingham Forest, a 4-2 win at home to Tottenham, and a 4-1 win at home to Crystal Palace. So very big results so far, but no clean sheets out of those other than just the one. That might be a bit on Mamardashvili, but we'll have to wait and see. I think it's been a good start to the season, and we definitely can cook up with these players. So I'll be back at the end of the season to show you how we've managed to do so far. Back end of season 4, and the main thing to look at here is the available jobs. Man City job is open, meaning that they probably didn't end the season too well. That leaves a couple slots for that number 1 position. Player stats do look pretty similar to last season, so there's not much to really comment on that, other than Alphonso Davies having our highest average rating. I think that's pretty good from him. But let's take a look at competitions, because I'm sure we must have done well. We've brought it back. We've brought it back for the 3rd time of this save. We've won the Premier League. 87 points, very, very close to that other 2 points from Arsenal. Very, very dangerous, but only 3 losses the entire season, a couple too many draws, but that's very, very good. Only 2 more losses from the last time that I commented on that, so that's amazing. 87 points, that doesn't come lightly. Let's take a look at the rest of the competitions, because we did bring back the Carabao Cup again, 3rd season in a row. That is amazing, and what, 4th time in 5 years. So let's go back to the 3rd round. And we beat Everton 2-1 at home, big match there. 3-0 win against Hull at home, a 4-3 win against Tottenham at home, a 9-3 win on aggregate in the semi-finals, and then a 3-2 win against Manchester United in the final to bring it home, and it secures the double. We haven't been looking at Champions League so far because we never really accomplished anything in it. It's not been very well there. In the past couple seasons, we've not really made it too far. As you can see, we made it round of 16s this season. Last season, we made it round of 16s. The season before that, what, quarterfinals? Yeah, quarterfinals. And then the season before that, we round of 16s again. So we've never really done too much in the Champions League this save. Hopefully we can manage to bring that home in the final season, which is next season. But let's take a look at the player stats, and it's pretty good. I'm happy with that, to be honest. 25 goals and 10 assists for Darwin Núñez. Is he the striker to take forward with us for the last season? I really don't know, and I can't tell you that. but we'll have to wait and find out. Jamal Musiala, though, one of the stand-up players for sure. 32 goal contributions. He's really, really good in this game, and that's undeniable. Also, Jude Bellingham on 29 goal contributions. Another player who's undeniably very good. Diogo Jota is still at the club for some reason. I don't understand why he's always so happy with being a squad player, but it works out, doesn't it? Florian Wirtz also on 32 goal contributions. It's massive. So it's been pretty good on the goals and assists rate. You can see Jude Bellingham in the top 5 highest assists as well. And all round, player stats are doing very well. I'm happy with this season. It's been very good. We've got a pretty good budget on us, so we can make some signings. We'll have to wait and find out who we do bring in. And I'll be back at the end of the transfer window for our final season of this rebuild. Final transfer window, and we have started off by selling Stefan Bajcetic, a player who in real life has just moved off to RB Salzburg on a loan. He definitely does have a very big future at Liverpool, and in real life he's definitely a player I found very exciting to watch. He couldn't really develop in this save though, only making a total of 1 appearance. No, sorry, he made 3 appearances this entire save, all off the bench. So I'm guessing just whenever he was needed, he came on, he got 10 minutes in. But definitely a good player, and I'm happy with the price, 20 million to Hull City. And we've, honestly, Al Hilal have had fun with me this save. Darwin Núñez has left us to go to Al Hilal for £110 million. The same price as Salah costed. He was definitely a great striker. He was never really on that Haaland level though. There's only one player that is on that Haaland level, but we've managed to bring him in, and you'll see him up next, right? We brought in Kylian Mbappe for our final season at Liverpool. This is going to be massive. Kylian Mbappe for £249 million. That's broken the record that we made ourselves for Jude Bellingham on a 29-year-old Mbappe. It's absolutely careless, but it had to be done. It's the last season of the save. I don't mind putting the club in a bit of debt to bring in Kylian Mbappe. Another player who Liverpool fans were actually kind of hoping that they would get on a free transfer. But again, that Real Madrid effect is unbeatable for players. So that's why when I saw my chance, I had to swoop him up. But I'm sure he's ready to stick in some good performances, stick the ball in the back of the net, and just I'm very excited to have him up top. So, looking at our best 11 based on the AI selection, you can see that it kind of is exactly how I did picture it. We have Bellingham behind Mbappe. They already have that great partnership because of the fact that they've played together before, as well as Musiala and Davies, Wirtz and Alexander-Arnold. The green links are just so perfect in this game. I love it. But we also still have Marmadashvili in goal, so that could be a place that I would have liked to kind of improve on. As well as Gravenberch, we could have improved there, but we didn't. But it's only fair that we move on and hope for the best this season. It hasn't started well. Not at all. As you can see, Mbappe already having 5 goals in the league, but it hasn't started well. We won 7-3 at home to Man City and a 6-1 win against Crystal Palace, but lost 2 matches, both away matches, to Brighton and Arsenal. So it's been very up and down so far. If we can manage to find consistency, we can very easily be the best team in the league or in the world. But it's about time to prove that with another Premier League trophy, hopefully by the end of this season, and that big European trophy in the Champions League, which we do really want. So hopefully we can manage to bring that home. I'll be back at the end of this final season to show you how we've managed to do in the Champions League, in the Premier League, with our new signings. End of the season, and honestly end of the rebuild. It's looking quite good. 35 goals for Kylian Mbappe. That's very good from him. 20 assists from both Wirtz and Alphonso Davies, with Davies on a 7.38 average rating. It's looking very good. I'm excited to see how we've done this season. No available jobs, so maybe City haven't. Yeah, I don't know. It's unpredictable. Let's just take a look at competitions and see how we've managed to do. And we've done it again, but the Champions League still hasn't been brought home. Semi-finals there. We've won the Premier League though. We've won the double. but that Champions League still isn't there, as well as the FA Cup. We've only won it once, I believe. Oh no, have we won it at all? I don't know. But honestly, I have to take what I'm given. 93 points in the league, only 3 losses and 6 draws. Very, very good. It looks like Kylian Mbappe in his first season in the Prem, kind of not as good as I was hoping, but I have to take it as again. Carabao Cup, that's the 4th season in a row that we've won it. So, I mean, there's nothing special there. 5-2 win away at Blackburn, then a 3-2 win at home to Villa, a 3-0 win at home to Leeds, a semi-final 4-1 win against Brentford on aggregate, and then a 2-1 win in the final against Chelsea. Runners-up of the Community Shield against Chelsea, they beat us 2-1. And then also making it to the semi-finals of both competitions, Champions League and FA Cup. We ended up losing to the finalists, sorry, in Bayern Munich. But we had, I'm upset. I'm very, very upset with that, because we had a very good run. A 9-6 win against Leipzig, a 5-3 win against Barcelona. A very, very good run. So let's take a look at our best lineup at the end of the last season. And as you can see, I don't know, I think that's a very big improvement on the current day Liverpool team, especially considering the fact that they have a very aging squad right now. So we've replaced all of those players with youngsters, younger players, and I'm very, very happy with how this save has gone. That's pretty much the end of the rebuild though, so I'm very happy with that. I hope that you Liverpool fans are very happy with that as well. So I really do hope that you did enjoy that rebuild. I definitely did. I had a lot of fun doing it. Of course, as a United fan, I have to pretend like I didn't though, so that was awful. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a massive like on the video. It goes so far. Also subscribe and leave that notification bell on to know every time I post. I do tend to post every 2 days with a brand new rebuild, so please do leave that notification bell on to know when I do post. And also leave a comment down below. Rate this rebuild. I do like to ask you to rate my rebuild, so rate it from 1 to 10. 10 if you think it was a very good rebuild, and a 1 if you think it wasn't so good. Just also do leave your reasons why. And thank you for watching. I will have to catch you in the next one.